Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, HonestlyNae, and every now and again, I get thoughts about things, and I was in a great deal of pain, and I started thinking about things that were also painful, and the first thing that came to my mind was yeast infections. I'm 26 years old. I did not have my first yeast infection until I was 26 years old. And I would never, ever, ever wish that on my worst enemy. I would never, ever wish another owner of a vagina a yeast infection, because it was the most painful thing my poor vagina has ever experienced in the history of things that it is experienced. And mind you, I haven't pushed a child out of it, and I don't plan to. So I think a yeast infection is right there at the top of the worst possible things that could happen to it. You see, here's a story. So like I said, I've never had a yeast infection before, but I am it's really easy for me to get BV, bacterial vaginosis. What's the difference? Bacterial vaginosis is, let's rewind. So the vagina is its own little ecosystem. It's got all kinds of different bacteria and flora down there that are doing the work, living its job, living the dream. That's why it is self-cleaning. It doesn't need your help. It cleans itself, and it cleans itself in a way to keep that pH balance, that ecosystem, happy. BV, bacterial vaginosis, occurs when there's an overpopulation of a certain kind of bacteria. There's lots of bacteria down there. One kind of bacteria decides it's going to rise up, and it's going to be the bacteria to take over them all. And you treat BV with antibiotics. A yeast infection, yeast is a fungus. Now, there are fungi naturally in the vulva, different kinds of flora, but when an overproduction of that type of fungus takes over, that results in a yeast infection. Symptoms of BV can look like no symptoms. It can look like discharge. It can look like itching. It can look like pain during sex, pain during irritation. Symptoms for yeast infections can also look like nothing. It can look like itching. It can look like burning. Sometimes there's a white cottage cheese-like discharge with no odor. Yeah. So, this terrible thing happened to me because I was having about a BV, and I go to my gynecologist, brand new gynecologist, and she prescribes me the pills. There's two different kinds of treatment for BV. There's a cream and there's the pills. I always do the cream because if you take the pills, you can't drink. So I always team cream. But she basically said, like, bump your cream, you get these pills. So I go and I get the pills and I take the pills. Now, what can sometimes happen when you take antibiotics is you get a yeast infection. So I got these pills on a Monday, and I take them up to a Friday. Saturday, there was a burning in my loins. There was a burning and an irritation and an itching and an unpleasantness. And me and my boo, we real tight. So I go and I grab my mirror. And I had this white, dischargy, pasty illness happening. And I panicked hardcore. I get on the Google and I figure out, this is probably a yeast infection. So I go to the drugstore and I purchase me some Monistat. Guess what? I'm allergic to Monistat. So I go from the pain and the itching and the irritation of a regular yeast infection to an allergic reaction because I'm allergic to Monistat. And it's Saturday. I figure I'm allergic Saturday night. I didn't get any sleep Saturday night because my vagina was on fire. I wake up Sunday morning, and I grab my hand mirror, and things just look terrible. I want to give her a hug. She needs some kind of comfort and affection. So I call the emergency gynecology number. I did, and I tell her all the things that happened. And she says that they want to give me the prescription for yeast infection since I am allergic to the Monistat. But the doctor is not there right now. And I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow. She'll put a note in the computer and the doctor will call me tomorrow. So I'm like, you have got to be. What have I done? What did I do to deserve this? Why? Monday rolls around. The office opens at 9. 9 o'clock hits. 10 o'clock hits. 11 o'clock hits. I call it noon and I say, hi, hello. Hi there. I have a yeast infection and an allergic reaction. Help me. And the nurse says, the doctor is not in on Mondays, but she will call her to see if she will write me a prescription. And they will call me at the end of the business day. Five o'clock hits. No call. Another sleepless night of tossing and turning and burning and irritation. Tuesday morning hits 9 a.m. When I tell you that the clock said tick, I said bring, said hello there, hi. Y'all messing with the wrong one. I'm about ready to come up here to this office and be Jada and set it off. Doctor says, oh, my bad, I'm sorry. I'm gonna call you a prescription right now. It's just one pill. Go, pick it up, take it, boom, you'll be okay. I get off work, I go take my prescription, I pop my pill, and I'm okay. But that was the most terrifying and most painful and just most horrible thing that I, in my vagina, have been through. Yes. So the moral of the story is Team Cream. Team Cream all day, every day, because you know what? My cream's never given me a yeast infection. Secondly, I would not wish. And then, like, the same way that, like, I go through, like, bouts of BV, I meet women who go through, like, bouts of yeast infections, and I'm like, how do you function? How do you survive? How? All that to say, you know, BV, yeast infections, other kind of infections that occur in the vagina are all normal. It does happen. Ways to prevent things like this from happening is to leave it alone. Like I said, it's its own ecosystem. It cleans itself. Don't douche. Don't stick things up of it. Don't stick things up it that should not go up it. I taught a high school class once, and they told me Coke douching was a thing. That's when you grab a bottle of Coke and you douche with a bottle of Coke. Don't do that. Don't do that. Sugar, vagina equals yeast. And I don't want that for you. Don't have my experience. I don't want that for you. But yeah, just something that was on my mind. So there you go. Have you had a terrible experience with BV or with a yeast infection? Did something I say resonate with you? Because I wasn't ready. Hit me down in the comment section. Make sure you follow all of my social media. All of it is at HonestlyNae, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know some of your thoughts. Maybe it'll trigger another one of mine. I'm gonna check y'all later. I'm gonna check y'all later. Bye.